Welcome to Kurt's Home Living. Preparing a salmon with all the trimmings. And these are the items that I'll be using for today's meal. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be smoking some salmon on my smoker outside. Okay, I'm out here getting my coals lit. Guess I have about 12 briskets on here. Let that burn down a little bit, then I'm gonna. I have a brand new Dynaglow smoker still in the box. I have from my cherry tree I had trimmed. I'm gonna be smoking a salmon with cherry wood. Then I'm gonna take it in the house and do some other things with it. Then I'm going to do some special things to it when it comes back in. With some crab meat, some tarragon leaves, some dill weed butter, creating a sauce and a couple other things. Okay, here's our salmon we've had in the refrigerator with the salt, the pepper, and the brown sugar. Okay, I'm going to show you how I'm going to get the liquids out of this salmon so I can smoke it tomorrow. It's got Atlantic salmon skin on. I'm gonna keep the skin on. I'm gonna first clean it, rinse it off, dry it out. Beautiful piece of fish. I'm gonna first feel for bones. Seem to be in pretty good shape. I'm gonna rinse it off. Nice clean piece of fish. Just squeeze some of the fluid out. I'm going to lay it down on the napkin. All the liquid out. We're going to basically do this overnight so it can be ready for the grill tomorrow. I'm going to mix together some brown sugar. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio of brown sugar to salt. We're using sea salt. Kosher's good. Just don't use table salt. And some ground black pepper. I'm gonna mix this up. Looks like a pretty good blend here. Here's our pan that we're going to put this in to allow it to sit overnight. I'm going to lay a generous amount in the bottom. What we're going to do is just pack this salmon in this brown sugar, salt, and pepper mixture. Completely cover it. Right up against there. good to me. Let's get some plastic wrap. Wrap this thing up. Make sure we wrap this seal tight. That's it. Brown sugar created all this liquid. Trying to dry this salmon out. We're going to give it a good rinse. Make sure we rinse all of that off. Let's get some paper towels. Just checked my grill out there. My grill was ready for it to go on. Okay, I'm back checking on our grill. We're still at the warm stage. Want to get it down to ideal. I have my 12 charcoal briskets with a chunk of cherry wood on there. It's almost ready to throw our fish on. Be back to check on that. About 200 degrees out there, the temperature of the grill. Spray this rack. A little bit of non-stick spray. Okay. We're going to sprinkle some Old Bay on here. We're going to put this on that grill for about 1 hour. See where we are at that after that. Okay, I just put the salmon on here. It's at an ideal temperature. Our wood is smoking pretty good. We're gonna let that go for about an hour. And we'll check on it. Okay, I just learned that my broiler pan does not fit on the grill, so I just put it right on the grill. Skin side down. So we're going to be making a slaw, a warm slaw. We're also going to make a sauce. Okay, I have some carrots that I julienned over here. I'm going to finish cutting up all the rest of the stuff for this. I have some milk, which I'm going to be using for my sauce, lemon juice, garlic. I have some cream cheese, some butter, some tarragon, and some dill weed that I'm going to be using for this sauce for fish once it comes off. I'm going to cut an onion up as well. making a lot of this warm slaw, so to speak, which is nothing but sauteed cabbage. We have a family member that doesn't eat fish, so I want to make enough for her meal, whichever she chooses as her protein. Now some purple slaw, not as much purple slaw as the green or cabbage. And I save all these ends and stuff for soups and stocks. Okay, that's looking good right there. Today I'm using bacon grease for this, but you can always put your olive oil or your vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, whatever you want. But today I have some bacon fat that I'm going to be using for my cabbage. But if you want to keep this all veggie or no flesh, then use the other oil or butter or whatever you want to use in your pan. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Our fish is going to take about an hour, but I'm fine with that. We can always set this to the side. We'll get everything started now. Take about a half a stick of this butter. Put it in this pan back here. I already washed this can off. We're going to go ahead and open this crab meat up. Got this on sale at my local supermarket for 10 bucks a can. Lump crab meat, wild caught. I'll take that all day. Okay, to that butter, we're going to add a little bit of cornstarch. We're going to make a blonde roux. Not that much, probably a heaping teaspoon. Always have to remember to get my wooden spoons out for these non-stick fancy pans. Got that pan pretty hot. We're gonna go right in with our cabbage. Onions, little julienne carrots. I julienne the carrots on my new toy that I got for Christmas. It's like a mini mandolin. I'm gonna go in with some table salt in this. Some pepper. We want to take this garlic. We want to get in that pan with our butter right now. Going with 3 cloves, maybe 2. Maybe we'll take a clove and put it in our cabbage. mince the other two to go in our butter mixture. I forgot to bring the parsley out, but we're going to be making tarragon dill and parsley garlic sauce for salmon. So we're going to turn this all the way on low and let it go. Let's check our salmon on the smoker, make sure our fire didn't flare up. Okay, we're going to go with a red wine in that. Get a rinse on this parsley. Sit in the dish rack and let it dry out. Going with our butter, our milk. A little bit of our tarragon leaves. Dill wheat. Dill wheat probably be the main focal point of this sauce. The tarragon and the parsley is just going to go along for the ride. Let's check this cabbage. Get a good toss on this. Add a couple radishes to this slaw, this warm slaw. going with our cream cheese and parsley. Just going to fold up our parsley and finely chop it. Add a little water to this. Put some salt. Pepper. And I'm going to put a dab of yellow mustard in here. And a dab of sriracha. I'm going to add a little bit of a drop of ketchup in here as well. I used to make a sauce similar to like this when I had in a restaurant for my grilled salmon. It's a dill mustard base. That's what's missing out of here. It's pickle juice. Pickle juice from a jar of pickles. And as this thickens, if we need it, we'll add more pickle juice. I'm going to turn that all the way down. What we're going to do with this is going to be very simple. We're just going to let this sit in some warm butter and get it ready for our salmon. Okay, salmon's smoking real good out there. I'm gonna let this go for another 5 minutes and that's it. That's all we want on this. We want a little bite, a lot of bite to it actually. And let that go. I would add a little bit more dill wheat in here. I was looking for my dill seed. I would have rather had that, but I couldn't find it. I'll find it during another video. we're going to go ahead and melt some butter for this crab meat. Let's hit on our cabbage. Sauce is looking pretty good. That definitely needs a little bit of salt. I'm going to go in with a little splash of lemon. Heat that up for 3 or 4 more minutes and call it a day. Matter of fact, we're going to turn that off. That's good as is. Let's check on our butter. One little piece not fully melted, but it'll melt. What we're going to do is go right in with our crab meat. I'm not going to cook it. What we're going to do is spread this over top of the salmon. Put a light coating of breadcrumbs on it. Okay, that's ready. Okay, here's the kicker on this cabbage, which is a warm coleslaw. We're going to go with a little store-bought Caesar dressing in there. A little bit of my vinegar mix. Making a mess. Some pepper. This is not going to cook anymore. That's it on this. Already turned the fire off. We're going to keep the lid off. Let's get a rinse on this, or in a taste on this, see what it's like. I already know the flavors. I know it's delicious. Really good. Okay, we'll just let that cool. I'm gonna need some more breadcrumbs, so breadcrumbs. In this recipe, I want the soft breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna use I have an everything bagel here, and also have an onion roll. Put a little dry basil in here, some dry parsley, a little salt. Yes, salt your breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm good there. Alright, I'm satisfied with those breadcrumbs. Check our fish. Turn my oven on broiler. I'm gonna broil the flesh side. It's not gonna complete its cooking out on the grill, on the smoker, just to get it started. Get it smoked. Okay, we have our salmon off the grill. Another hour, and this thing, you could have ate it right off the grill. There's still some pieces that are ready to eat. Oh, that's good. That is good. Smoked salmon. You know, I want to brush a little bit of butter on that. I have a little bit of sesame oil, toasted. Put a little dab of that in here. Like 4 drops. I'm just going to lightly brush salmon with the olive oil and
it's a butter and toasted sesame oil mixture.
Okay, set this under the broiler. About 6 inches from the flame.
More like 8 inches from the flame.
Alright, our sauce is ready to go. Okay, ready to take that salmon out. We're going to take our sauce and paint some of our sauce on here. Now we're going to go with our crab meat, on top of our salmon. Crab meat has been soaking in the butter. We get the smokiness of the salmon, the sweetness of the crab meat. Okay, that's good with that. Now we're going to sprinkle our breadcrumbs on there. Okay, let's go with a little spray on that. We're going to sit that back under the broiler. Pan is still hot. And let it do what it does. That crisped up pretty good. That's all we want on that. And here it goes. Smoked salmon with a dill sauce, a garlic dill sauce, topped with crab meat, lump crab meat, a crusty breading, and a warm coleslaw. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.
Homemade smoked salmon and crab with a dill sauce with a side of warm slaw. Delicious. Thanks for watching Kurt's Home Living.